here. So there's really no direction that I plan to go with this message. I've learned that perfectionism is inadequate. I've learned that perfectionism does not exist, so striving to get there, you will be working at something that can never be obtained anyway. So I've decided to just let my videos come how they come. Let the information that flows come about in a way that they are meant to, and in a way that those who are meant to see them, meant to understand them, meant to hear them, they will get it. Okay, so prior to me starting this video, I was sitting in silence and I heard sirens, which, excuse me, I've been hearing sirens for the past few days, right? And what do sirens represent in a spiritual sense? Sirens represent, it's like an alertness. It's a wake-up call. You know what I'm saying? It's a wake-up call, and I believe it is the divine trying to get our attention when it comes to something, right? Maybe something in your life needs attention, whether it be emotionally, financially, you know, it can be relational, or it can be spiritual, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Spirit is trying to get us to focus back on our divine assignment, you know. I feel like it's like being spiritually summoned, being called in, you know, kind of like when you have an alarm on your phone and it's going off. You're being alerted, you're being aligned by God, by the Most High, to redirect you. You know, maybe things could have been a gnat just literally flew in my face out of nowhere, okay? So pretty much maybe at some point you may have drifted off in one direction, but I feel like you need to come back to yourself. It also, sirens also represent authority and protection, and also law enforcement. And it spiritually, I believe that it is just a sign that you're being protected from unseen harm. You know, I feel like warfare is very active, but this is just confirmation that you are covered and protected. You know, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. And it's really just a significance of spiritual order and justice and judgment as well, being restored and being realigned with what it is that we came here to do, okay? And I feel like any wrongdoings against you, any tactic of the enemy that has been done to you is being addressed in the spirit realm, okay? The scales are balancing and there is a shift taking place, okay? And I always associate Archangel Michael with hearing sirens, with police officers and things like that, because Archangel Michael is a warrior, okay? He enforces divine justice, and he is a protector, okay? He is a protector of God's chosen people. He really is. Also, Archangel Uriel, he's like the light bringer. So if there's anything that you may feel that has been hidden from you, or some kind of truth that you know but you don't have proof of, Archangel Uriel is the light bringer. He illuminates the dark and he exposes the truth, right? So I feel like a lot of truths are being revealed, a lot of information that maybe you didn't have physically. Maybe these physical things are starting to come about, or maybe things that you knew of, or things that you were thinking, or messages that you've heard from the divine that didn't make sense at one point are starting to make sense now. All right. Sirens also represent the goddess Ma'at, right? Ma'at, she stands for nothing but the truth, justice, and balance. She gives me very much so like that she's a Libra. Because we know Libra is the justice card, right? Where in the card, the person is holding a scale, or there's always a scale in their balance, you know? So Ma'at, she restores spiritual law. She restores spiritual law, balance, and harmony, right? So you can be coming out of a time where things may have felt chaotic, where things may have felt unbalanced or topsy-turvy. You know what I'm seeing in my mind's eye? I'm seeing a seesaw where there's like a lighter person on one side, and then there's a really heavy person on one side, right? And the heavy person is getting off and someone else is getting on, but they don't go up or down. It's just slowly coming into place, coming into balance, right? So that's what I'm getting. As far as the sirens, please take what resonates, leave what does not, okay? I am going to get a spirit message card just to start the reading off, okay? Usually I feel very rushed in my reads, and I feel like helicopters can be significant as well. The news, something could be coming out on the news, something big, something major, some kind of truth coming out on the news that is big. I don't know where that came from, but that can be significant for someone. But I've realized that in the past, like when I'm off camera and I'm doing a recording, whenever I get like, you know, intuitively guided to record or to do a message, or just to come over here and touch my cards, feel my cards, and see what it is that needs to come out, it's always very relaxed, and it's always cool, calm, and very, you know, serene and peaceful. And then it's like once I get on the camera, everything feels rushed. So then I find myself stumbling over my words. I find myself missing out key and important information that I intentionally wanted to put out to the collective, but then something sidetracks me or retracts my mind in a way where I end up forgetting, or it doesn't make sense, right? So I've learned that I'm just gonna go at my own pace, and whether you would like to stay for the reading or the message, you can do that. If you want to speed it up, you can do that as well. But, excuse me, I'm just gonna do it with how I feel is fit for me and for my collective. Okay. So we have here, let's see, the bottom of the deck says strength. Strength comes from many sources. Staying strong brings confidence, conviction, and a balanced body, mind, and soul. Spirit has its own unique and beautiful way of replenishing your soul with strength on a continual basis. You're never really alone, as we're always with you. Okay. So just know that Spirit is with you. Spirit is guiding you in whatever direction it is, realigning you, putting you back on track. Wow, this is so funny because look at the middle of their chest. You see, this is like, you would see this on a scale. Like if you're like weighing fruits and vegetables and things like that. I feel like right now you need to be focusing more, not like out of love. I feel like people's hearts are being weighed at this time. And those who have been against the chosen, those who have been on the opposite end of righteousness, those hearts are being weighed. And I feel like how I mentioned with the seesaw, that heavier energy is being released. That heavier energy is being removed, and it's being replaced with a balance, with a with a reciprocity, with equal give and take. Okay, but that's what I'm seeing with that little scale thing right there. Okay, someone can actually be at a supermarket scaling or weighing your fruits and vegetables or something like that. But this card says, while your logical mind is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So like I said, maybe some way that you were doing things, or how you thought, due to perfectionism, how you thought things should have been going was not it altogether. You are being realigned with yourself, choosing yourself, and the Most High is redirecting you on a path that you possibly thought that wasn't for you. Okay, and I feel like you just need to trust and have strength and know that in the direction that you are going, you're being supported. It may feel like you're alone, but you're absolutely not alone. You're being divinely guided. Okay, you can also be having a lot of vivid dreams. Okay, I feel like your subconscious is speaking to you, right? In ways that maybe you didn't understand before, right? I feel like the spirit world is reaching out to you. There are spirits reaching out to you. There are souls reaching out to you through signs, symbols, messages, and so much more. I feel like maybe you were so focused on what was going on here in the 3D that you kind of disconnected a little bit from spirit. You kind of disconnected a little bit from your rightful path, and it could not have been intentional. I feel like when we get so caught up in the 3D and what is going on here in front of us, we kind of lose focus when it comes to what we should be paying attention to spiritually. And I feel like it's so easy to be sidetracked from that because of the fact that the spiritual is something that is unseen and we can't see it. So it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, but it's like everything is spiritual. Absolutely everything is spiritual, and that is where you need to keep your focus. Keep your focus on what is guiding you spiritually, right? In order for your life to be balanced, in order for these different areas of your life to come into balance. I feel like spirit is trying to balance everything out for you, and you keep on trying to pull away from it a little bit. And I feel like now with those sirens, it's kind of like, no, this is an alarm. This is a wake-up call that maybe you were stepping away from your rightful purpose, but now you are being back aligned, okay? You need to tap back in. You need to communicate with Source. You need to listen to those little intuitive nudges, because ultimately this is where you're going to find success. This is where you're going to find that liberation, that restoration, right? This is where Archangel Uriel is going to expose and illuminate the dark so that you can see the truth, so that you can be the truth, and so that you can speak the truth. Okay? So I'll read that card at the end because I don't want it to take over. I'm also going to pull a 1515. I just seen on the timer. I'm going to pull a forest spirit message. I do want to mention I was paying attention to this beautiful monarch butterfly that was flying around outside. Also, this morning when I looked out my window, there was a black cat, but each of his paws was white, right? And I don't know why I'm getting like you know those shoes from way back when, and they're like black, but then they have like that white piece on them. So that can be significant as well. But definitely I saw a black cat and each of the paws were white. What else? I've been seeing red cardinals like crazy. When I woke up this morning, that was one, and I opened up my windows, that was one of the first things that I saw. That was actually the very first spirit animal that I saw this morning when I woke up, was the red cardinal flying past my window, and all I could do was smile, literally. So yeah, the cats, butterflies, yeah, okay. So let's get a forest spirit animal. We have fire elemental. It says ignite change. It says burn away the old and forge a new path to face the world with purpose and determination. Yeah. So this is definitely giving me that you may have been, I don't want to say brainwashed, but it could be that, you know, we all experience this mental manipulation, this brainwashing from a young age. I was about to say from a young, and I was going to say young and early put together, and it was going to say yearly. Let me see if that makes, right? We all have these, you know, things that are instilled into us when we are young, or from an early age, from a young age. And we think in our adulthood, because they're so prominent in our makeup and in our DNA, we think that these are the righteous ways. We think that this way is the best way, and we think that this way is the best way. But we are all individuals. We are all created differently. You know, we all bleed the same. We all go to the bathroom the same, unless, you know, there's a defect or something like that. But we all are here for a different purpose. Not everyone's purpose is the same. And I feel like when we look at how things are being done from others, and we try to, yes, we can admire it. Yes, we can try to incorporate it in how we do things, but it will never be our divine blueprint. It will never be what was created for us to utilize. And I feel like we have to evolve as souls to recognize the blueprint of our own life and what sits right with us, and what is righteous when it comes to us. You know, what is it that we truly trust and believe in? And is those choices that we're making in our life benefiting us, or is it hurting us? Right? We can admire things, we can admire people, we can try to incorporate how another does something, but it will never truly work for us if it's not authentic to our makeup, if it's not authentic to who we are. So I feel like this is a time where however you do what it is that you do, it is not going to be the same. And that is okay. Perfect does not exist. It will be your way. Your way. However the Most High speaks to you, however you connect with Spirit, this is the way that works for you. Okay? And your blueprint, your signature, your connection, your straight line to Source is not the same line as everybody else's. You might have a Metro PCS connection to Most High, and someone else may have a AT&T connection to the Most High, but I don't know, something about maybe somebody's phone lines or phone company. But yeah, you pretty much get what I'm saying, right? But I was gonna look up yearly. So let me get my iPad real quick so I can see what that possibly means, yearly. And I'm seeing it YURLY, yearly. So far this video is at 21 minutes and 30 seconds, and I want it 151 on the clock. And I want to incorporate these times that I'm seeing, because YouTube be blowing my shit when it comes to my videos, especially if I have, something that is going to help positively influence the collective. Oh, so it's a name, a Mexican name. Gender neutral. That's all I'm really seeing. I'm not seeing any. Oh, okay, hold up. Yeah, nothing really significant. Okay, let me leave my iPad here just in case. I'm on like my second mug of tea. Right now it's peppermint and green tea mixed. Oh, see, I wanted to get a spirit animal. You want to know what's crazy? Because it says fire elemental, so someone could definitely be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But she's a fairy. And I've been seeing so many beautiful blue dragonflies. And based off of my research, I have come to the conclusion that dragonflies are indeed fairies in this realm, right? So in the 3D, they show up as dragonflies, but spiritually, they're actually fairies. And I've been seeing a whole bunch of them. I've also been saying she was a fairy. She was a fairy. So you can be connecting with fairy spirits, okay? But I do want to, so dragonflies can be significant, or fairies. You could like fairies. Maybe you could be starting a fairy garden. I want to start a fairy garden. Once my garden starts to actually bloom, yeah, wow, that's so funny. So someone could have some kind of connection to the fairies. right? And it's so funny because I was about to say, it says magic pixies, right? I was about to say, once my garden, because I just started like a little garden, right? So I only planted cucumbers, Spanish peppers, and green beans. So the only thing that has sprouted so far is my green beans, but I'm so excited because I'm gonna do avocado. I'm also gonna do plum. I'm also gonna do honeydew melon, which those are my next ones. And it might be a possibility that I do the strawberries with those because the seeds are kind of mixed, and the strawberry seeds are in there with the melon. So who knows how that's gonna come out. But yeah, so definitely, you can definitely be starting a garden or gardening. It says, kindred spirits. You create lasting connections with deep understanding that transcends time and space. Wow. Wow. So you can be connecting with other souls that resonate with you. And it can be like new faces, but the spirit is connected in the 5D. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like coming into contact with, like, you see how they're looking at each other? And it's just like, oh my God, friend, where have you been? You know? And it's like coming in contact with people that just feel like home, that you have a natural connection with them. You know, I'm loving this. So I don't feel like I need to get a spirit animal because it says, crystal spirit, communicate, express yourself authentically and vulnerably to strengthen your relationship. So you can definitely be coming into contact with other kindred spirits, other people who are meant to walk this journey, this path with you, right? So I'm seeing again that seesaw, like those who were not for you, which is that heavier weight on the scale, is being removed, and now it's coming into balance with other kindred spirits and other souls who are aligned with you, right? So not only are you being redirected to your soul's purpose, but there's other people who are other souls who are being redirected, right? So you're being guided to one another. You're being guided to either go places, do things that you possibly never would do or haven't done in a really long time. And it's like on your way, on your path, you picked up in the past souls that were heavy, souls that were going to take from you and leave you hanging. You know what I'm saying? And now you're coming into alignment with souls where it's going to be reciprocal. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be give, you know? So that's beautiful. Every card that I'm picking is fairies, so there's definitely some connection with fairies. Okay, and I was gonna pull from this deck, but I feel like this is so beautiful that I don't even want any dark energy to implode. But I'm gonna pull from it because that's what initially I was gonna do. Look at that. It says self-sabotage is in the reverse, so you're no longer sabotaging yourself. You're no longer kissing. You're no longer kissing the sour toads opposed to the mystical frogs. I already shuffled these, so I'm not going to do too much here on camera because I do all of that off camera. I love when people, other readers and things, they do their prayers and stuff on the camera, but me personally, I feel like that is something that is very sacred. And I wouldn't want what it is that I'm saying and how I reach out to my team to be manipulated in any way. So that's why personally I will not say my prayers on camera. Okay. Okay, so we have here number 33, sexual arts. And then we have number 29, right? And it says, discover your life purpose. With this sexual arts card, I'm not getting anything like sexual, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting like, oh, and I just see on the fence, I see a little chameleon. Oh. Okay, so I'm said so many different animals at this point. You can be seeing any of them, okay? So with this sexual arts card, I'm really seeing like phoenix energy, standing in your power. You know, I feel like our sexual energy is the most potent, the most powerful energy anyway, and it doesn't even have to be having sex or anything like that. It's just using that energy to create, using that energy in a positive way to, when it comes to your passions, when it comes to what it is that you enjoy, when it comes to the things that you love, especially being next to this discover your life purpose card. Someone can be 33, someone could be 29 years old as well. 33 rounds down to a 6, so someone could be life path number 6, okay. 29 rounds down to an 11, someone could be life path number 11. 1 is a 2 as well, right? So 2 is giving me 2 of cups energy. So this is definitely connections, equally yoked connections, whether it be love, whether it be friendships, whether it be business partnerships, co-workers, whatever the case may be. I just feel like you're being aligned and redirected to those who see you for who you are, right? Those who are going to be kindred spirits, those who are on the same path. And who knows, they may not be in your life forever, but in this moment, they are on the same wavelength, okay? It's equal give and take. 202 that I see on the clock. It's reciprocity. It is, you know, it's just meant for now, okay? And I feel like in the past you've been done wrong. You have, right? In the past you've had to keep your guard up, keep walls up, you know, not be vulnerable with those around you because they took advantage of you. And I feel like you need to know that you're being divinely guided into the lives of these people, okay? You need to trust that the Most High will not allow any weapon formed against you to prosper at all, okay? And I see 33 on the timer, so someone can also be life path number 6, or, you know, ascended master number 33. Okay, so 33 is very significant. Okay. What else, Spirit? Give me some more. Pride, number 7. Okay. As I'm looking at this pride card, it's not giving me pride as in you think you're better than or anything like that. I feel like because of, excuse me, the things that you've experienced in the past, I feel like it makes it a little bit harder for you to let your walls down, to allow others in. And I feel like it's like an always being on guard kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, no, you're you're on a completely different timeline. And whatever it is that you've had to walk away from, whatever it is that you've had to disconnect from, and leave behind, leave that pride there as well. Okay, leave it there, because that is no longer. No, we are not perfect. Allow others to see our flaws, because these are the ways that they know you're just as human as me. Okay, you may have experienced some of the things that I've experienced as well. Let's hold these conversations. Let's have these conversations, right? I feel like the things that you would look at as, defaults when it comes to you are things that you're going to be able to connect with others, especially these kindred spirits. These are things that you're going to be able to connect with, as long as you allow the connections to happen, allow the energy to show you, to prove to you what it really is. No, nobody is perfect. No one will ever be perfect, because like I said, perfection does not exist. It does not. Even the word perfection doesn't exist. Like, who made the words? Who created these words? Man. So we will never trust what man has created, right? Because there's fault in man, right? Listen to your spirit. Listen to your soul, because spirit does not lie. The soul does not lie, okay? Anything that has been created by man has the ability to be manipulated, has the ability to be tarnished and tainted, whether it's words, whether it's food, anything. Anything that is created by man can be manipulated and can be tarnished. So no, perfectionism does not lie with man. So we will not find a perfect man. We won't. Okay? What else, Spirit? What else do we have? We have here thief in reverse. I feel like in your past there have been people who have tried to rob you of your gifts, right? Tried to rob you of what is rightfully yours. Laughed at you when you had nothing, laughed at you when you were ignored, laughed at you when things weren't reciprocal for you. And I feel like that's no more. That's no more, because what is there for them to laugh at except for themselves? Ultimately, I believe they're looking in a mirror, and when they're looking in the mirror, they have nothing significant, nothing substantial about themselves. So they try to manipulate that onto you. They try to make you feel like no one would ever see you for who you truly are. No one would ever accept you for who you truly are, which is probably why you've always felt like you needed to be perfect, or you needed to look a certain way, or you needed to do this and do that. No. Do what your soul tells you to do. You know that saying, do what sets your soul on fire? Do that. Do that. Right? Give me some more on this sexual arts. Oh, that popped right on out and right onto the card, as you see. Number 13, wealthy man. Okay. I feel like this, I don't know, this may go in a completely different route, but as I'm looking at him and these are two completely different decks, everything is just mixed up. But as I'm looking at this is giving me a man or masculine energy trying to hold on to a powerful phoenix feminine energy with dear life. With dear life. It's like she's rising above. This is crazy. You see how it's like, this is like the heavens up here. I've just heard Heart of a Woman from Summer Walker, but it's like your love, right? Your care, your nurturing abilities, your just the goodness of you, your heart and your soul carries a lot of, or doesn't carry, but attracts. On your journey, you have attracted people who have been battling from the pits of hell. And I feel like there's a masculine energy who is trying to hold on to your energy so badly as you're elevating, as you're evolving. And it's like, the only thing that is saving this person, 40/40 I just seen on the timer. So mind you, this video is at 40 minutes, okay? Because YouTube be on that bullshit. But the only thing that is saving this man from falling and being casted to the pits of hell is the love that you give, the love that you have given, right? That's crazy. Number 13, to me, I always see 13 as the divine feminine energy. So this man could be a Mason, I just heard, and a gnat just popped up. Y'all could probably see it, but a gnat literally just popped up and hovered around thief in reverse. So confirmation. This man could be a 33rd degree Mason, right? This man could be very wealthy. And it's like, but how? Like, like they have nothing without the love of this feminine energy. Like they have no, I just heard, I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you. Whitney Houston. Somebody could be losing everything because they have nothing without your energy. Your energy has been, okay. So you have been realigned, and maybe at some point the path that you were going down, like I was saying earlier in the video, the path that you've gone down has attracted those who are for you and those who are not, right? And it's like, those who are not leech on and latch on to your energy because it is just so pure. Your energy is just that potent. Your energy is this wealthy man. Your energy is this wealth. And I feel like this masculine energy, or this man, woman, whatever, whoever, right, has been latching on to your energy for possible wealth. Right? Draining you of what is rightfully theirs. I mean, draining you for what is rightfully yours. So definitely trying to switch some things up. This person I just heard is a poor man. That's why they have to steal your energy. This is a poor man. Without you, without your energy, this is a poor man or woman. Take it how it resonates. Wow. And it's like, it's taken you all this time to discover your rightful path and to be planted firmly in your purpose, that this person is falling off. Okay? This person is falling off. This person is being cast to the pits of hell for trying to take from you what is rightfully yours. This person could have been living such a lavish life, such a grand and extravagant life, but based off of your pure energy. So destiny swapping, right? Energy harvesting, trying to harvest and steal what is rightfully yours. But like I said earlier, the divine has stepped in and the wrongs are being righted. 44, I just saw on the timer. Wrongs are being righted. What is rightfully yours is being escalated to you. This man or woman, whomever, is about to lose everything if they haven't already. January 3rd can be significant. February 9th can also be significant. Wow. Imprisonment and take off your mask. So this person has been exposed. 29 coming underneath 29. 29, 29. So someone could be 29. 9, 10, 11. That's 11, 11. Okay. This could be a fallen twin flame. Someone no longer has access to your energy and they've been exposed, especially with this. Wow. And I said 11, 11. I wasn't even looking at the number 11 on here. So this can definitely be a fallen twin flame if you believe in that, you know, a divine not a divine partner. Maybe at one point this person could have been a divine partner, because it was like, had they chose to rise to the occasion, had they chose to rise with you, they could have possibly have been, but instead they decided to latch on to you and steal what is yours. But this person is either going to jail and going to lose everything, or this person is mentally going to be fucked up, okay? Mentally imprisoned, mentally just all over the place, because of the fact that had they done right by you, right? Had they done right by you, had they followed their life purpose, their actual life purpose, then they wouldn't be in this situation, right? But this person decided that they wanted to wear a mask. They wanted to be something that they were not. They wanted to portray perfection. They have an issue with being perfect, however that may go. And now it's like the mask has fallen off. They're losing everything, right? Excuse me. They can be feeling completely drained because they have no more access to your energy, right? They can be looking sick, like looking sickly. Like I'm seeing like someone's eyes being sunken in. I'm also seeing like a man who has to put makeup on so that people don't recognize like what's going on with him. Okay. We have here rejection, and the number 13 is on there. Yeah, this person is being rejected from your energy, divine feminine. This is definitely a masculine energy who has been siphoning and stealing from you. This person is being rejected. Everything, yeah, because the energy that they're I feel like they're siphoning, or they had been taking your energy as currency for other things. And it's like now whoever it is that they've been giving up this energy to, or you know, exchanging your energy for currency to, it's like now they know it's like it's being rejected because it's not, this is not the owner. This is not the proper owner. I'm also getting something when it comes to like a bank, or like a payment or a check or something like that, or trying to withdraw something is being rejected. Okay, so maybe someone was out buying things or making a purchase or something, their card was declined, it was rejected, it was declined, right? Okay. Someone could be life path number 4, sudden wealth, yeah. Oops, my phone, I gotta charge my phone, but we have here sudden wealth in the reverse, and it's 11. So, like I was saying, something is being rejected. This person is not a wealthy man. It's coming out underneath wealthy man. This energy that this person has been living off of, this abundance that this person has been living off of, has been off of a feminine energy. This energy does not belong to them. This abundance does not belong to them. 5005 on the timer. Just an update. That means that my video is over 50 minutes at this point, just in case YouTube be on their bullshit. Right? But yeah, something is being declined. Something is not going through. Victim consciousness, number 12, right? So now this person is feeling some type of way, right? Let me look at this again. A lot of snakes and spiders, a crow, a lot of souls. This person has gained wealth and recognition from many different souls. This feminine energy is not the only one. These souls are depending on this feminine energy to expose what's been going on. This person is a snake. He shows up in your life as if he has it all together, and he does not. He will rob you blind. He could have possibly caused someone to become blind, spiritually blind, by taking. I feel like this person comes in as if they are here to protect you, to rescue you to safety, but they are not. They are a sheep in wolf's clothing. They will bite you at any point, at any moment. They send their goons to attack your third eye, your crown chakra. You may start to see spiders, okay? Crows. This person has an obsession with Medusa. Yeah, that was random, y'all. I don't know. This person has trapped many, many souls just to steal their abundance. And it's like, so it's like having, I'm seeing all of this in my mind's eye, guys. Like having a whole bunch of jars or containers, right? With, I don't know if this person has hurt people and trapped souls into containers or bottles or something like that, but it's like siphoning the energy and putting it into these containers or these bowls. And it's like when they need certain things, that's when they'll pick what jar it is that they're going to use for whatever it is that they're asking for or they're seeking. Just saw a glass break. A jar broke, so it's been dispersed. The energy has been dispersed, right? But maybe, okay, I don't know what I'm seeing, you guys, but maybe all of them broke. All of these energies that they've had imprisoned or trapped, everything has come crashing down, right? Some of the energies are or souls are like going back to their rightful owner, but then there's some that are haunting him, right? Some that have stayed. So this can be the energy of people who have passed away, souls that they've been trapped, that these people have passed on. They are haunting this person. So this person is in a mental prison because they're being, my right ear is ringing, they're being haunted and taunted by the energies that they once trapped into jars. I don't know, y'all, but this is just what's coming. This is what's coming. Mortality. Wow. In order for this man to be more immortal, it says life is brief, bright, beautiful, and yours to live. So this person was like taking people's vitality, taking people's lives. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. What am I seeing, Spirit? What am I seeing? We have here wild, but in reverse. I feel like this person doesn't know what direction to go. This person can't see something. Maybe, or this person is discovering something. Or people are seeing this person for who they truly are. This is really giving me Mayat energy. How, no, yes, Mayat brings balance. She brings truth, right? I'm seeing the Hermit where information is being exposed, information is being obtained. When it comes to this person, it's coming out that this person is a thief, a harvester of soul is what I heard, okay? A harvester of energy. This person harvests other people's energy. It's like they have no soul. They're soulless. This person is soulless and trapped different souls into jars or containers, and whenever they needed to feel, whenever they needed to show up as something, they would go to the, they would use whatever soul they needed at that time. It was like picking out an outfit, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of picking out an outfit, they're picking out an energy or a soul to mask themselves in for whatever it was that they needed at that time, right? So maybe this person was like, they needed something financial, excuse me, confirmation, because I don't burp. I really don't. Maybe they needed something financial, and I said early in the video that balance is being restored, whether it be financially, you know, relationally, spiritually, physically. Balance is being restored. So this person was using an energy to obtain something financially. Maybe someone was incarcerated or someone was locked up and they were trying to bail them out or something. Or maybe this person was out grocery shopping, because I did mention that little scale thing, but and their card declined, or maybe their bank like froze their account or something like that. Or maybe this person lost everything. They lost all of their money, all of their financial wealth that didn't even belong to them, right? People are starting to see that this person is actually not as financially stable as they made it out to be. The mask is falling off. This person, all those jars, those energies, those souls have been released. Those souls have been released. The wind is blowing very strongly right now. Those souls have been released. Wow. And then I'm looking at this card right here, and you see how like the balance is being restored because it's being liberated, it's escaping, it's balance is being restored because the souls have been released. the souls of these people who have been taken advantage of have been released. And this person is being seen for exactly who they are. Healing, yes. So people are now healing. Number 21, people are now healing. Look at this. She has light in her hand. It is a candle here, but I'm looking at it as her light is being restored, right? It's being sent back to its rightful owner, right? My video is now at 60 minutes and 15 seconds. This, maybe it was a wealth transfer, right? But it's being restored. Number 21, 2-1, February 1st could be significant. 2112 could be significant as well. Okay, but this wealth transfer, or this energy just in general, whether it be wealth and physically, mentally, whatever, it's being transferred, it's being restored. We have here the coffin, number 19, that narrows down to a 10. That's it. It's over. It's dead. It's done, right? Whoever it is that has been feeling, you know, drained, or not being able to find the right direction, not being able to discover what their life purpose is because someone has been attacking it, someone has been stealing their destiny from them. I feel like you are now healing. You're coming out of this victim consciousness. You are getting your vitality back. You are immortal. You are, it's like they were trying to make you mortal, easily put to death, right? That you would die, that you would run off and just be mentally fucked up, physically fucked up. But no, absolutely not. You have discovered your life purpose. You are no longer imprisoned to your mind. You are no longer a victim. And you know this. You have ended something. Something in your life has completely ended, shattered. And your energy is being restored back to you. Look at the bottom of the deck. Can't make it up. And I said that the sexual arts card remind me of the phoenix. It says Phoenix Rising, 32. 32 can be significant, right? You can be 32 years old, but your energy, your power is back. Your power has, I feel like I'm about to cry. Everything that was taken away from you is being returned. It's being restored.